Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty the Sultan greets President of the Republic of Equatorial Guinea on the occasion of his country's Independence Day and the Kingdom of Spain on the occasion of his country's National Day. Thousands of displaced Palestinians continue to return to Gaza City, and the U.S. President expresses confidence in the holding of the ceasefire between Hamas and Israel. And the United States announces the imposition of 100% tariffs on Chinese imports effective November 1st or before. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Teodoro Obiang Nguema of the Republic of Equatorial Guinea on the occasion of his country's Independence Day. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq also sent a cable of greetings to His Majesty King Felipe VI of the Kingdom of Spain on the occasion of his country's National Day. Streets in Egypt's Sharm el-Sheikh, where Gaza ceasefire talks have been taking place, appeared calm a day after Israel's government ratified a ceasefire with Hamas under U.S. President Donald Trump's deal to end the war in Gaza. Meanwhile, thousands of Palestinians streamed north along the coast of Gaza on Saturday, trekking by foot, car and cart to their abandoned homes as a ceasefire between Israel and Palestinian militant group Hamas appear to be holding. Israeli troops pulled back under the first phase of a U.S. brokered agreement reached this week to end the war, which killed tens of thousands of people and left much of the enclaves in ruins. Israel launched airstrikes targeting 6 heavy machinery yards in southern Lebanon today. 1 person died and 7 were injured in the strikes, according to a statement issued by Lebanon's health ministry. The strikes destroyed more than 300 vehicles, including bulldozers and excavators. A spokesperson for the Israeli army wrote on X that the IDF had attacked infrastructure belonging to Hezbollah used to store engineering equipment intended for the reconstruction of terrorist infrastructure in southern Lebanon. U.S. President Donald Trump revived the trade war against Beijing, ending an uneasy truce between the 2 largest economies with promises to sharply hike tariffs in a reprisal against China, curbing its critical mineral exports. The president unveiled additional levies of 100% on China's U.S.-bound exports, along with new export controls on any and all critical software by November 1st. 9 days before existing tariff relief is set to expire. Experts said restrictions on U.S. software shipments to China could be a massive blow to the country's tech industry, including cloud computing and artificial intelligence. Beijing has long called for Washington to abandon unilateral trade restrictions it says undermine global commerce. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un oversaw a large military parade displaying its new intercontinental ballistic missile in front of visiting international dignitaries, state television KRT reported today. The parade marked the 80th anniversary of the foundation of its ruling Workers' Party and followed celebrations on Thursday. In the military parade, nuclear-armed North Korea displayed its most advanced Hwasong-20 intercontinental ballistic missile, described by state news agency KCNA as the country's strongest nuclear strategic weapon system. The death toll from the 2 earthquakes that struck the southern Philippines has risen to 7, with more than 300 injuries. The Philippine Disaster Management Agency said the 2 earthquakes measured 7.4 and 6.8 on the Richter scale, and the struck of the city of Manay in Davao Oriental. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology warned of the possibility of tsunami waves that could exceed 1 meter above normal tide level, urging residents in coastal areas in the southern Philippines to evacuate to higher ground. Landslides and flooding caused by heavy rains have killed nearly 30 people in central and southeastern Mexico. Mexican authorities in Hidalgo State, one of the hardest hit areas, said that landslides and overflowing rivers damaged at least 1,000 homes, dozens of schools and hospitals, and caused major power outages. The Mexican army announced that it is distributing aid to the affected areas and helping clear roads. Still to come in our news bulletin. The Amman Society of Anesthesia and Critical Care held its 2025 annual conference today in Muscat. The Sultanate of Oman has achieved competitive levels in business startups indicators by simplifying many legislations and accelerating pace of achievements. More details in the following report.
The Sultanate of Oman is moving swiftly to strengthen its position as an attractive destination for investment through extensive legislative and regulatory reforms and innovative digital transformations that have enhanced the flexibility and efficiency of the business environment in line with the objectives of Oman Vision 2040. Oman has achieved competitive levels in business startup indicators, as recent data show that the average time required to establish a company has decreased to 4 to 5 days compared to 10 days in some countries in the region. This process now requires only 4 main procedures with no minimum capital requirement. The company establishment process is well organized and transparent, characterized by clear and sequential steps that make it easier for both local and foreign investors to start their projects. The business environment ecosystem in Oman attaches great importance to digital transformation as one of the main drivers for accelerating economic growth and facilitating business operations. Digitalization has simplified business startup procedures through unified smart platforms that save investors time and effort while providing a more transparent and efficient environment. It also enhances connectivity between government entities and the private sector, offering integrated services from company registration to obtaining licenses and financing by leveraging modern technologies and artificial intelligence, which strengthen Oman's regional and international competitiveness and make it a more attractive destination for investment. The Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion has launched a unified digital platform that includes more than 50 integrated electronic services from company registration and the trade name reservation to issuing commercial records and licenses, connecting more than 17 government entities under one umbrella. At the forefront of these efforts is the Invest Easy Oman business platform, where 76.5% of services have been digitized and 89% of commercial activities are licensed automatically. Since the launch of the service in 2021 until the first half of this year, more than 1.26 million licenses have been issued.
The Oman Society of Anesthesia and Critical Care held its 2025 annual conference today in Muscat to explore new approaches in patient care, medical innovation, and critical care leadership. Here is more in this report.
As the field of medicine continues to evolve, staying connected to the latest practices is key to delivering safe and effective care. In Muscat, the Oman Society of Anesthesia and Critical Care held its annual conference for 2025, bringing together leading minds in the specialty to explore advances, share experiences, and support the next generation of healthcare professionals.
We think that there are many areas of an advance in a neurocritical care that we need to share with our colleague in the Sultanate. Plus, we are having many patients they get this type of illnesses, post-traumatic and stroke, which are mainly in the regional hospital. And we thought that we need to share this knowledge with our colleague in the regional hospital so we can provide better and safer care to our patients all over the country.
Across the agenda, sessions tackled a wide range of critical care challenges, including anesthesia for high-risk patients, stroke management, pediatric surgery, and enhanced recovery protocols. Real-life clinical scenarios such as managing patients with pacemakers, obesity, or substance use disorders underscored the need for adaptive, patient-centered strategies.
The topic is called perioperative stroke. It's a very important topic, not just for anesthesiologists, but surgeons, emergency physicians, neurologists alike. It's associated with disabilities, associated with death, it's associated with a lot of complications postoperatively, delaying the patients and staying longer time in the hospital. And there are factors that are potentially preventable. And I think that is the focus, that we want to see if we can prevent these complications from happening.
We focus on to do a workshop for a course which is recognized by the Neurocritical Care Society in emergency neurological life support. So people practicing neurology, whether they are coming from neurocritical care, coming from neurology, coming from neurosurgeons, emergency, we should be on the same page, and we are practicing the update in managing crisis in neurocritical care.
Alongside the lectures and discussions, an exhibition showcased the latest technologies in neurosurgical anesthesia and intensive care. The hands-on display added a practical layer to the conference, reflecting how innovations continue to reshape clinical environments and care delivery. At a time when every second counts in operating rooms and ICUs, this conference reflects a shared vision, delivering better care through knowledge, collaboration, and constant developments. Reporting from Muscat, this is Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi.
The Muscat Stock Exchange recorded its best performance in 15 years this year, with the total value of trading in the first 9 months of the year rising to 2.4 billion Omani Riyals. The market capitalization also climbed by the end of September to more than 30.5 billion Omani Riyals. During the first 9 months of the year, Muscat Stock Exchange witnessed a surge in the total number of securities traded, exceeding 13 billion Riyals. The Muscat Stock Exchange main index reached its highest level in more than 7 years, closing in at 5,181 points by the end of September, an increase of 605 points. Last week, the exchange listed Oman Energy Development Company, Sukuk, on the bonds and Sukuk market, value at 50 Omani Riyals. The Civil Aviation Authority issued Alert Number 1 regarding heavy expected rainfall due to a trough of low pressure. Heavy thunderstorms are forecast for the governorates of North Al-Batina, South Al-Batina, Al-Zahira, Al-Dakhiliya, and Al-Baremi, with rainfall between 20 to 60 millimeters, leading to flash floods and active winds that may cause flying debris. Northern Sharqiya, southern parts of Msendem, and southern Al-Sharqiya may receive rainfall between 5 to 30 millimeters, accompanied by occasional strong downdrafts. The authority urges caution, avoiding wadis and low-lying areas. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty the Sultan greets President of the Republic of Equatorial Guinea on the occasion of his country's Independence Day and the King of the Kingdom of Spain on the occasion of his country's National Day. Thousands of displaced Palestinians continue to return to Gaza City, and the U.S. President expresses confidence in the holding of the ceasefire between Hamas and Israel. And the United States announces the imposition of 100% tariffs on Chinese imports effective November 1st or before. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night, and we hope you've had an enjoyable weekend.